Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I just watched a video on Snowcat's channel. He was talking about tipping servers. He was not going to tip servers anymore. And I thought this would be an interesting video to do because, um, just to see what you guys think about tipping servers and, waitresses and waiters and, and stuff like that. So, obviously he's from Alberta. Obviously I'm from Saskatchewan, and when you go out, to a restaurant and stuff like that, you can tip if you want. You don't have to. Now this is my personal preference. This is what I do when it comes to tipping servers and waitresses and waiters and all that stuff. I go on how good the service is, how good the waiter and waitress is and stuff like that. If we're, not sitting for like a long time and whatever, then I leave about maybe, $5 or whatever. If the service is good. I know me and Evan, my cousin Evan, went to a place, I don't know what place it was, but man, the service was horrendous. Absolutely horrible. And he left a tip, and I'm like, why? And it's like, to me, if the service is not good, I'm not going to leave a tip. It's not going to, there's no law of not leaving a tip at all. I know there was some places, I'm not sure if here in Canada, but I guess I heard that there's some restaurants that automatically apply the tipping. I don't think that's really right, because that's like forcing people to tip even though say the service was crap. Like, why should you get a tip if the service is crap? That's just my personal preference. Now I worked at places, I have jobs and stuff like that. Minimum wage just went up here in Saskatchewan to like $11.04. I know Alberta's up to like $15 now, but here in Saskatchewan it just went up to like $11.09 or something. So not a huge jump. It was like $10 or something. And anyway, like I worked in a bar, bussing tables and whatever, and I got tips on that way. I used to work at a restaurant that I used to like wash dishes, like be a dishwasher and get tips that way. Like, don't get me wrong, you can make damn good tips, and that's what you want. You want to live off your tips, have tips for your spending money, and then use your actual paycheck for like bills and stuff. So that'd be kind of cool. That's because a lot of people rely on the tips. Like, don't get me wrong. You can make, like, if you like in Calgary or Saskatoon, or if you work or Edmonton or whatever in a restaurant or a bar or whatever, I'm pretty sure you guys can make some very good tips. Like, you'll probably be walking out with lots of money, and that's the reason why a lot of people kind of rely on tips. If you can make good tips, you can use your tips as like, hey, I can go use some spending money, and then use your actual check for paying bills, and stuff like that. See, I work at a dealership. I used to shuttle drive for 3 years, and I did get the odd tip. Not like $50, $100, $20. I got like a $5, $2 tip, sometimes $1. And to me, it's up to the customer. I know we had one shuttle driver that had a tip jar in his van A, and I noticed that when I worked with him, and I'm like, why do you have a tip jar? Especially when customers come in, they get their vehicle serviced, they get a courtesy wash, and you're driving around and you have like a tip jar. That is very what's the word I'm looking for? Not very polite, especially when it's a courtesy. You're a shuttle driver. You're supposed to take them home, and then you're asking for a tip. Yeah, to me that was not very that was not really respectful, not a good thing to do. I know my boss asked me about it, and he was asking the other shuttle drivers, and he asked me about it, and I just told him. I said, nope, I don't have a tip jar. I said, I told him, I said, I do get tips, but I leave it on the customer's free will. So it's up to the customer if they want to give you a tip. You know, it's not like, hey, I need $5. You know, so I have, like I said, I got tips before, like $5, $2, $3, $4, whatever. But I leave it up to the customer to give out the tip. Personally, I don't really care. If I get a tip, sweet. If I don't, whatever. I'm not gonna cry me a river. But that's just how I am. Now, as far as food going up, like restaurants, it is getting awfully high going out to restaurants and stuff. Even though McDonald's is kind of getting high here too. Like with me and my wife, we just go and get we went there last week and it was like $15, and it's like almost $20 for a freaking cheeseburger, fries, and a meal, and that's just absolutely crazy. But whatever. This is just the way that it is. Everything's going up. Now this is where I think this is where people kind of get irritated, is that the food and the food stuff everything's going up, but except for minimum wage. That's what I don't understand. They jack up the food every single year, and minimum wage goes up just a little. So who knows? I know Snowcat kind of mentioned that you can't live off minimum wage. I think you could live off minimum wage. You won't be able to buy a fancy house. I don't know. I don't live in Alberta. I know Alberta is totally different. I know housing prices are totally different, but you could probably manage living off minimum wage. $15 is not, $15 is pretty damn good. But personally, my opinion, if you live in Alberta, I think you could manage living off minimum wage. There's an old saying that I'm pretty sure some of you might have heard and might have not heard. It's not what you put in, it's not what you spend, it's what you put in the bank. So if you make $20 and you spend $25, you're $5 in the hole. Now, he talked about, going to university and whatever, and we have that here in Saskatchewan. After you graduate, you can go to university and get, a higher education for, lawyer, doctor, or whatever, education to go to be a millwright, or, stuff like that. That's for people that want to educate more, want to make a little bit more money and stuff like that. So, that's kind of cool. I got a minimum wage job. Everyone has minimum wage jobs. There's nothing wrong with minimum wage jobs. So, anyway, that's my opinion on the whole tips. I gave you a little bit of my thoughts on the whole tip in the servers. I gave you guys the thoughts on minimum wage. A little bit of eating out. It does get, like I said, expensive. But if you do it maybe once every few months, then it's not a big deal. But if you're the type of person that goes out every single night, that might cost you a lot of money. But anyway, I don't want to have this video go on too long. But that's just my personal opinion on tipping. Like I said, it's up to the customers. It's up to their own free will. It's not like it's not a law that you have to tip. You don't have to if you don't want to. I don't think I said if there was a law that you have to tip, that's demanding a tip from people, and I don't go for that. So that's just my thoughts on it. What's your guys' thoughts? Leave your comments in the section below. Make sure you subscribe to the video. Subscribe to the videos. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys for more videos. Thanks for watching.